Hi, welcome to the Investment Blueprint. I'm your host, Raghu Kumar from Rain Platforms. The Investment Blueprint is a podcast where I interview traders, investors, quants, and finance professionals in the space of retail trading and investing, with the goal of helping pass on their knowledge to you. Today, I interview Kiran Jani from Jainam Share Consultants. Jainam is a brokerage house which has been around for decades and has a very strong presence in Gujarat. Apart from competitive brokerage rates and offering different types of services and products, they also have an active prop desk and incorporate many active systematic trading strategies to help manage risk and drive returns. Kiran is the head of technical research at Jainam and is actively involved in growing the presence in systematic trading. Today, we talk about his trading background and the vision Jainam has in store for its future. So, Kiran, welcome to the podcast.
So, first of all, let me say thank you and my sincere gratitude to you, Raghu, and your entire team of Rain Technology. It's been quite a long time I am associated with Rain platform, whereby we are listing our strategies and we are closely working. And I feel really happy to do this podcast with you. And yeah, thank you for giving in this platform.
No, it's actually, I mean, that's very true because everyone at Rain seems to really like Kieran a lot. I think you have a nice ability to kind of get along with everybody. So definitely the team is going to be very happy, with this entire episode. So today, I thought we can kind of start with just your general background, to investing and trading. How did you get introduced to the share markets?
So it's a very long story, but let me keep in very short way. Like in very early age, at like 10th standard or 12th standard, I introduced to the stock market, started with the mutual funds and everything. And like I was doing the CA also. So where I was doing in my internship that particular time also, we were discussing about the stocks and everything. And 2008, when market made the lower circuit, fortunately or unfortunately, that is my birthday only, so that way,
Okay.
I fascinated about the stock market. And initially, I thought making a career in stock market and doing the CA, chartered accountancy, it is going hand in hand. I can easily identify the investment or maybe the shares. And initially, I thought picking up shares the only way you can make your career. But slowly and gradually, I come to know there are various part to go on the stock market like a fundamental analyst, technical analyst, and so on. So from 2009, 100% I focused on the technical analyst, and then I started self-learning and everything. Uh, and yeah, this way I started my journey into the stock market.
Got it. So you've been around the stock markets for like 12 years, basically, in India, right? You've seen a lot of things happen during those 12 years. What are some major kind of changes you've seen in the industry during that time?
Right. So earlier, when I started doing being an analyst, I heard this thing very often that a good analyst never be a good trader, or maybe an analyst never can make a big money. This was the like a very common line I was hearing in my initial days when I started working as a technical analyst. So out of 12 years, like 8.5 or 9 years, I worked in Mumbai with different brokerage houses, and I met very many few HNI trader and institution and everywhere. So initially discretionary trading and system trading, they doesn't understand anything like that. They goes like buy and sell is the only way to make a good money or maybe to stay in the market. But slowly and gradually we have seen a very big changes because of the technology. Let me give you one example. Like in USA, there was a time, I guess, 10 years of time, we had seen the mall kind of a industry, the supermarket and malls and everything had been there. In India, 2007, 2008, that fashion is about to start, like people building a mall, people building a supermarket and everything. But because of the technology, there are few platforms coming with the online store, and also that entire concept gone away. So same thing happened in the trading also. In 2013, 2014, people talking about the automation, and suddenly algo and fonts and everything comes. So there's been drastically change we are seeing, and nowadays the technology is taking like well, we can also say technology is a risk for the technical analyst or maybe an analyst. Like if you have
Yeah.
a cons based algorithm or any kind of a system is there, uh, that it can work for like a 10 analyst working for you. So
Right.
it's a challenge, but yeah, we are also learning that kind of in technology, and we are collaborating human and robotic things together, and it is a very fascinated and adventurous, I can say.
For sure, and that's the double-edged sword that technology brings out, right? You have to embrace it, but at the same time, it can cause a lot of changes very quickly. Um, so, one thing that kind of caught my attention with your background is you basically started off using a lot of technical analysis, right, in your trades. Especially when you were a discretionary trader. Tell me about those days when you were using a lot of TA, and what are your thoughts on technical analysis generally?
So first thought on technical analyst, like people thinks first of all technical analyst and fundamental they both are separate, but I think it is like one another side of a coin. Like if you know fundamental, you know technical, you can become a very good trader. Now,
Right.
like my experience as a technical analyst, of course, anyone started when they start into the stock market, the journey is like they start making profit. It is called a beginner's luck, and slowly and gradually they are taking various and variable position. There is no fixed position size and everything, and the loss journey is starting. So I don't have like a very big loss kind of a journey or a history. Like I started with a small amount, I made a good profit, then slowly and gradually I realized that if I want to scale, it is not a way I can scale up on big way. So I
Hmm.
started learning about like what kind of a process I have to develop. Like I feel that trading is a one kind of a process, like it is a business. If you do business every day, you don't change your process, you follow your process. So like in my trading, I started following this kind of a things. I made process, I follow those process, and during creating those process, I introduced to the system trading. That system trading is also one kind of a process whereby you can use your fundamental analysis, whereby you can technical analysis in combination. Also, you can create your like a trading strategies and everything. I read a few of the books of Larry Kahn, then Kora Reddy. So I came to know about the few patterns, how you can think on that way. And that way I introduced to the system trading. And yeah, my experience being in discretionary trading is phenomenal. If you control your emotions, if you can put a right way of your positioning and everything, then even a discretionary trader makes a very good profit. And even system trading, it's all about like how trust and how powerful backtesting tools you people have.
100%. And yesterday I was interviewing another trader, and he was a discretionary trader, right? And the general takeaway I had from that conversation was, as a discretionary trader, there are a lot of pros you have because you get a good feel for the markets, right? Which a lot of these systems sometimes you kind of bypass, So I think there's a place for every type of trader, and that's the amazing thing about the markets. Um, so you basically made that switch from discretionary trading to more of a systematic trading approach, right? How did that switch happen, and how difficult was that switch for you?
So first of all, the question is that Raghu, why I need to switch from discretionary to system? Because I was doing good in discretionary also. So I thought in discretionary, my time investment is too big. 100% I have to be active on particular any kind of in position. I have to be very active on the market. I have to keep checking everything across the spectrums or across the instrument and everything. And I thought trading is my passion, is my hobby. And if I'm get paid also, like doing a job also, right? So I
Right,
thought
right.
I have to manage or I have to balance both the things. So then I started giving up on my discretionary trading, or I can say I am started converting my discretionary trading into the system trading, so I can
Hmm.
manage my job also and I can manage my trading part also. So that's the reason I switched to the system trading. Like many people used to ask me, if you know this much strategy, or maybe you know this much a process, why you are doing a job, why don't you be an independent trader? So this is my
Sure.
standard statement to them, that I'm doing a job to feed my family, whereby I'm doing trading to become wealthy, or I
Right,
want
right,
to
right,
become
right,
wealth from my trading. So yeah,
right.
this is a standard statement I used to make. So yeah, this was the reason that I can balance my job and my trading also. Now, how difficult? So it was very difficult, because initially I thought system trading is very easy. I have like a setup process, and then I am following that. That's the only system trading. But no, it is not that much. So like the concept of the drawdown, it is very important.
Yep.
People think drawdown on Excel, it is very easy. But when you
Hmm.
do that drawdown in real life, that is very difficult. So being
Right.
in system trader, you take drawdown as an investment. That is very, at first stage you have to accept that. And when I was started system trading, I do a lot of optimization. And the rule of optimization is that at that particular time, what is the best strategy is throw you, and you start doing
Right.
this. And
Right.
there is a
Right. Right. Right.
standard rule of the entire universe, that whatever happens, it's tend to mean reverse. So if I started doing a good strategy, it already given, so drawdown time is coming. So I
Yeah.
so initially I
Right.
thought, okay, I have done so much optimization, the system is giving me good result. When I started, it started giving me drawdown. So this kind of a challenges, or like a problem I faced initially. Then slowly and gradually, I have cleared my so many doubts, that what is drawdown? Actually, drawdown is the investment for the system trader, and you should not do so much optimization, which can give you, or you should not use optimization as in selection of the strategy. You should use optimization in other way. So this kind of a clarity, concept clarity, slowly and gradually I came up with that. And then I think now I have a very stabilized system, and I am following few systems since last 2 years, and I think I am doing good. I can do better. And yes, I am with like minded people like you. I am regularly interact, and then my the trading journey would definitely will great in upcoming time.
For sure, for sure. So one thing you mentioned to me in our last call, which I thought was very interesting, was you basically were confusing algo trading and automated trading, right? Specifically, you had said that earlier you thought automation is algo trading, and then you realized that automation is a part of algo trading, right? So basically, those two things are separate. So how do you kind of distinguish automated trading versus algo trading?
So, like people think, like earlier in 2013, 2015, when I started doing system trading, then I came to know that I can automate that things also. And generally in India, when I started finding people that okay, I wanted to do these things or this system to automate, so they call, okay, you want to do algo trading. So I thought, okay, automation is the only algo trading. Then I started putting my system on automation, and I have checked that the results are so pathetic, because of there are a lot of things to be think before you put your system on automation, like
Right,
slippages.
right,
So order management system, we don't understand what is order management system, what is slippages. We randomly do back testing and cut down 20%, 10%, or maybe 30% as a slippages. But no, it is not like that. You need to understand the order management system, right? So say for example, if my position is there, I am keeping my stop loss. So people think if I keep my stop loss, it is in market. No, but it is not on market, it is on your RMS system. So if
right.
your prices goes above limit price or goes below limit price, then your order goes into the pending, not on the market also. Then
Sure.
at that particular time, what you need to do, what your algo need to do. So like let me give you this example and highlighted your platform. On rain we have done this thing. Like once my position is entered, my stop loss is there. For any reason, if my stop loss get cancelled for any reason, possibly from broker side, possibly by mistakenly trader deleted that order, within the second your system is going to check my holding whether my position is open. Then within the second your system is firing another SL order. So this
Yep.
gives you the edge of your system. If certain things happen, if any disasters happen, you should not bear a very big losses, or you are not out of the game. We have
Sure.
seen that people think SLM is goes out, then SL order is only the solution. No, order, SL order is not the solution. You have to identify the order firing system, whether you wanted to do at market, whether you want to put a limit order, then the revision interval with the tick size and everything. So these things comes into the algo trading, not on the automation.
Right.
So slowly and gradually, when I came to interact with people like you, as I said mentioned earlier, also I came to understand and I realized that yeah, automation is not the algo trading. People think automation is algo, but no, it is not like that. Both are different. Automation is was one of the tool. Well,
One of the
algorithm is
tools,
like
right?
a brain of your entire strategy.
Right, 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 right. And that's the amazing thing about algorithmic trading, right? It's just so powerful, and there's so many things you can do, but you can only do those things if you know what you're doing, right? So you have to have that know-how, and that's the amazing thing about algo trading. Um, okay, so let's kind of switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about Janum, right? So the company that you're working with. Tell me about Janum Share. How did it start, and what are you guys trying to do as a business?
Yeah. So Jainam Share Consultants Private Limited is like a 17-year young company. We generally call young company. We are not old. So yeah, we
Right.
are something. We are young company. And as all traditional broker, Jainam Share started with the brokerage business, like retail broking and everything. Then slowly and gradually, with all spectrum like mutual funds, SIP, insurance, all PMS, everything. Like we have a PMS license also. So we started with all these kind of in services. And yeah, this way the journey of Jainam has started. We have more than 20 branches, retail branches across the South Gujarat. We have a very good hold in South Gujarat. We also have a few of the branches and existence in Mumbai also. And Jainam has a very clear vision that we want that traders should become self-reliant, or maybe they can do whatever they want to do with our platform.
Got it. Got it. And Janum is also known for its famous delta neutral trading system desk, right? Tell me about that entire desk. What is it all about, and what are the types of trades that you guys take over there?
So yes, you rightly mentioned. So we can say proudly now, whenever matlab, in India you ask anyone about the delta trading desk, so Jainam is the synonyms of the neutral trading system, or delta hedging, or delta trading desk. Anything name you take, people used to say yes, Jainam is there in Gujarat. They are providing this the facility and all. So delta neutral trading system or delta hedging is very famous system. Like from your audience who understand about the option bricks and everything, they can relate this thing. So delta
Right.
neutral is the system whereby your delta should be neutral, like whether market is going up or market is going down, you should not make a loss, and continuous
Right.
basis you have to make your delta neutral. So yeah, this one kind of a system we can say. And Jainam is very passionate about the system trading. They don't encourage discretionary trading. So in 2000, after crisis of 2008, from 2009, I guess they began with the delta trading desk with four traders only. And yeah, today we have more than 3,000 traders across the India. And volume wise, we are in top five broker in India on derivative side.
Yep.
And our
Yep.
MD is at NSC committee advisory committee also.
That's very impressive. Going from 4 to 3,000 traders is very remarkable. So Janum has basically been around systematic trading at some level for a while, right? Basically for 12 years or so. How have their strategies kind of evolved, right? So obviously there's kind of there's this delta neutral delta hedging strategy. Apart from that, what other types of strategies do you guys use at the prop level, and how has your kind of approach evolved over the years?
Yeah. So as I mentioned, Jainam shares always prefer a system trading where you can identify your risk, your reward, and so many other things. So Jainam has associated with system trading since inception only. Uh, by prop trading, they were doing a 33 plus trading system. As of now, we have stopped that trading system because of some other reasons. We were trading with more than 33 trading systems systematically we are managing, and we were making everything manually. And in 2008 2007 we came across about the APIs and automation and everything. So from that we have decided, okay, let's invest something on such kind of a platform, let's integrate with such kind of a platform, and then we'll start this system trading again. So Jainam always prefer system trading. We always like trader to come on our platform and trade with the system. Otherwise, discretionary trading, retail people always do. But Jainam is really like about the system trading.
Got it, got it, got it. And you guys have some interesting things up your sleeve right now. So you have a plan to come up with a service where traders can code their logic, and you guys can basically help them convert their ideas into code, right? Tell me about that.
Okay. So as I mentioned, that Jainam is all about system trading. So we used to heard like if you do use 50 SMA or EMA, you can generate XYZ result. You use 200 EMA, you can generate XYZ result. Like as in common man, if I want to backtest that kind of an such kind of a system, I don't have any platform as of now in India. So we are in that process that we are coming with we are coming with such platform. We have like gathering the data, and now we are making the entire architecture, front end, back end, everything in Jainam only. And Strike is the platform name. Soon it will be released for everyone to use. As of now it is on testing mode. So here you
Got it.
can code your strategy at very simple way. Like you want to use 200 DMA, you just have to like close greater than 200 EMA, close less than 200 EMA, click on the particular time size, like you want to backtest from 2011 to till now, backtest, and within the hour you get the result. So this kind of a platform we
Wow.
are making. Yeah, so this kind of a platform we are making, and also we are trying our best. If you have made any of the strategy, if backtest is proper and now you wanted to do trade, then you just have to click on publish. It's become your t-bot, and like as we integrate with the rain, the entire strategy goes on the rain, and rain take care of all the order management on all the order firing system and everything. So this kind of a plan as of now we are working on.
That's amazing. And I think in India, there's a lot of these types of innovations happening in this space, right? Even us, we're launching a new product as well, as you know, and that's the amazing thing about this entire automated, algorithmic trading space. There's going to be more and more such products coming out, right? And you guys are also building an engine for backtesting, right? Tell me about that as well.
So backtesting engine, as I mentioned earlier, we are building like we have gathered data, and I can proudly say we have a lot of historical data. Say for example, if you looking out for the option trading data, generally people don't have, and if you goes to the exchange, it's very costly too. So and nobody has such big library, but I can say since initial days, Jainam is into the system trading, we have a lot of data. So as of now, we are making a platform whereby you can create any kind of a strategy. Like we already have a few platform whereby you can backtest your option strategy. But say for example, you have a strategy like if your prices cross over 200 DMA and you want to buy a call option, or your prices goes below 200 DMA, you want to buy a put option, then what? So this kind of a strategy also you backtest from our platform. And it is not only about the backtest. We are trying that your backtest go to the real trade also, then the paper trade, then you can do real trade also. So it's a very long journey we have decided as of now, and like with your all support we can go through it.
For sure, for sure. And you also had a question regarding brokerage rates, right? So I thought we could also talk about that. So obviously, with Upstocks, I have a lot of kind of history and knowledge of a low brokerage model, right? So I'd love to know about Jainam's plans to introduce a zero brokerage model.
Yes. So people think that if you come with the zero brokerage model, what is the revenue and everything? So let's not get into that thing. But why Jainam wants to go with the zero brokerage? So as I mentioned, Jainam is known for the option trading, or Jainam is known for the delta desk. So what we provide trader, we provide them zero brokerage thing. They come at our platform as a delta trading desk. We provide them zero brokerage. So same thing, why they require to come to us? they can open normal account and they can also start this trading system. So because of this mindset, we are coming with the zero brokerage, because we are already given so many traders as a zero brokerage because they are doing this system trading. So keeping a
Right.
mind that everyone will fascinated or passionated to do, or everyone follow one or another system only. So for that reason only we are giving zero brokerage. Of course we have a few terms and condition. It is not for all discretionary trader that we are giving a zero brokerage. But yeah, we are soon coming with the zero brokerage where we are not charging any brokerage to derivative trader.
That's amazing, and I think, the way I kind of generally think about all these things is if you have some reason for why the users want to use your platform, right? So you guys are kind of associated with, prop trading and delta trading and things like that, right? So that batch of traders may just want to stick with Jainam, right? Because of the kind of services and products you guys offer. So you're kind of able to build a niche kind of clientele, which I think is very interesting. And obviously, by reducing the brokerage rates, you're making it easier to for those intraday traders to be profitable and to break even, things like that, right? So it makes a lot of sense. So the last question for today, Kiran, is, this is a question I ask everyone, is what are your goals, right, as a trader for the next 5-10 years, and also for Janum, right? Generally, what are the company's kind of business goals for the next 5-10 years?
So, like, if you ask me about my personal goals, so as I mentioned earlier, that I am doing trading to become a wealthier. And yes, my goal for next 5 to 10 years is like I want to run everything on automation. Say, for example, I am having vacation with you in your California, you are treating me anywhere in coffee cafe, and my trading system is smoothly running on Rain platform, and traders are firing on my Jainam platform. So such kind of a, like, everything automation, no nothing, no human intervention. And if any disaster happen with single phone call or maybe single text message, I can resolve everything. So the simplicity and manageability, it's my goal. My goal is not in any kind of a number that this kind of a wealth I looking out or not, but the simplicity and the very peace life I'm looking in next 5 to 10 years. And like talking about the Jainam, so yeah, we have a lot of plan as a company. Like we want to give a whole platform, or we want to open our platform to every trader. They can trade with us. As of now, we have a very good hold in South Gujarat. We want to go pan India and slowly and gradually globally also, because as we are integrating so many platform with our API, so we can give our trading platform to everyone with very simplest and easier way. So as of now, as a number or as a statement, I can only say as of now, Jainam shares is Jainam shares, but we want option trading is equal to Jainam shares. When you search on Google option trading in India, Jainam shares should come.
That's amazing. And that's what I really appreciate about what you guys are doing, because two things, right? Number one, like, you seem to have a very strong localized presence in Gujarat, right? And you seem to be very proud of that, which is really cool. But at the same time, you're also very technology first, right? And you're kind of in line with 2021 trends, which is very important, right? Otherwise, you just die as a business. So you guys have both those kind of things going for you. So it's very impressive. It sounds like you have a very good plan. Of course, I'm actually in Texas, not California anymore. I moved to Texas a few months back. But you guys are more than happy to come visit. I have to also invite the entire team at Rain, so you can, maybe you can just join them. So,
Definitely, definitely,
but
I love to do that.
yeah, awesome. So thank you, Kiran. As an amazing conversation. I learned a lot about your background and your company, and hopefully we can continue our association with you guys for a long time.
Yeah, sure. And thank you very much. And I hope I have shared with my limited knowledge. I don't think I can advise or I can suggest something, but this is what I have limited knowledge or my experience I have shared. And yeah, thank you again. I again say my sincere gratitude to your team and you and your entire platform. And I wish you all the best, that you will also succeed very grateful and grateful in upcoming future.
This is just the beginning, so we can revisit this conversation in 5 years.
Yeah, right, right.
Thanks, Kiran.
Yeah, thanks.